We weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate.
Yo, welcome to the Shipwreck Podcast. Woo, we here. It's gonna be a short and sweet one today, everybody. We have a very important game to play here in a couple of minutes. In about 30 minutes, the Sixers is about to play. I already got my uniform on, as y'all can see. This is a uniform that I started game 5 against the Celtics. And we won all those games. So I vowed not to wear anything else or even wash it. So yeah, it's a little funky, but it's okay. This is what you got to do. Get your team over the hump. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy to be here. Again, we started a little early today. Just simply because we got the Sixers playing. I wanted to get it in, get back to our accountability challenge and see where we at, as well as get into some what's popping and stuff like that. I had some technical difficulties earlier, so I'm just now putting the link into the YouTube as far as where you can join the pod. I just put it into Facebook just now. Welcome again. I'm your host, Bobby Ship. Just happy to be here. And again, I'm gonna start off with my Sixers. One, Joel Hans Embiid. Some of you may not know that he is not playing today. Hip and ankle issues. He's not playing today. I'm not mad at him. To be honest with you, it's par for the course, to be honest, because of his career and where it's been as far as with the injuries and stuff. I can't say it's soft at all, though. Let's be honest. I mean, he came back from an appendectomy surgery. I'm sure I messed that pronunciation up. But he came back from that within 2 weeks. The average is 3 weeks. The earliest was 18 days. He came back in just over, I think, 15 days. He is trying to get out there for his team, and he just couldn't go today. Even the last game that he played in, he didn't look right. As far as he just slow and stuff like that. He needs some rest. And it's unfortunate they won't be able to be out there with his team today. I don't think his rest is. I think if he could go, he would go. I think he's just got some ailments that's going on, but it's all right. We still got VJ. We still got Paul. We still got Maxie. We got the rest of the crew. We're gonna go out there and show out. That's what we're gonna do today. So I'm not worried about the Knicks. We're gonna dig in their ass. It's gonna happen. I'm looking forward to it. They just better get their mind right because we coming. We coming. We're not taking this game for granted. We're not taking any game for granted. We gonna come and we're gonna come prepared, ready to play. But anyway, so before we get into the accountability, and I'll show you guys where I'm personally at. If anybody else that's a part of the accountability challenge can get on, they'll get on. But I wanted to start off with what's popping. We got a few things going on in the world. Obviously, we got our boy 4547 out here getting the United States government and us, our taxpayers, to pay for this ballroom. In case you haven't known, they tucked into this new reconciliation bill to give ICE more money, as if they already don't have more money than the U.S. Marine Corps. To give them more money, they have tucked in there $1 billion for Trump's ballroom. And I don't know if y'all know or not, but he said that we won't have to pay for it. So here's a quick synopsis of him saying it over and over and over again, that we won't have to pay for this ballroom, and here we are paying for this bullshit.
And I'm paying for it. I'm paying for it. The country is not. We're donating a $400 million ballroom. Myself and donors are giving them free of charge for nothing. We did this no charge to the taxpayer whatsoever. Rich people and people are putting up the money, zero taxpayer dollars. I think it'll cost $250 million, and it will be, I think, the finest. It's about $300 million. Approximately $400 million. I think I'll do it for less, but it's 400. I should do it for less. I will do it for less. But just in case I say 400.
So again, he said over and over again that that this is going to be free to the public. This is going to be free to the United States government. It's going to be free to us taxpayers. But obviously, that was a damn lie. And then on top of that, like I said in last week's pod, he's actually pocketing money. He's part of the contracting crew, so he's pocketing 1%. I think it was 1.5%. Of the cost of this to build the ballroom. Yeah. He's making money off of this. You know, I don't know how many times I've heard Trumpers say he's donating his salary. He's donating his salary. Just so you know, people, since he's been in office for since January 2025, his net worth has went from 1.5 billion to 4 billion. Let me say that again. His net worth has went from 1.5 billion to 4 billion. Y'all remember when Carter had to sell his goddamn peanut farm? It's absolutely ridiculous what he's got going on. Well, so that's he got the ballroom. Hopefully the Dems will make the Republicans eat it. And what I mean by that is vote individually to see them actually say, yes, we want to give him $1 billion. You know, we got all these different things going on in the world. We got people not being able to afford healthcare. We got, we could use better childcare. We can use, the gas is going up. We got the economy is turning to shit. Jobs is bad. I feel for the graduating class of 2026. They're going to come out to the worst market since job market, that is, since the Great Recession in 08, 09. That's what we got going on now. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Again, if you're watching this, thank you. Hit like, hit subscribe. If you're on Facebook, share it on your Facebook, then go to the YouTube and watch it on there. If you're on YouTube, hit like, hit subscribe already. I appreciate that. Leave something in the comments. That helps the algorithm to get us to find more and more people. So that's one of the things that was popping going on right now. We got that. We also have what I would call humiliation going on the world stage. Iran is, unfortunately, and I mean that being sincere, because even though I don't like 4547, I love my country. I've signed up to fight for my country. My children have. All of my good friends have, or the vast majority of my good friends have, and family, who I consider family. We do not want the demise of the United States. We do not want to lose. We want us to succeed and to be prosperous and to continue to grow as a nation. But that's not what's happening right now. What's happening right now is we're getting humiliated on the world stage, time and time again. We had 2 press conferences yesterday, and I'm gonna show a video, a quick one of our gift to the world. The United States gift to the world was to free the Suez Canal, the Hormuz Strait the Strait of Hormuz, to the world so that the world can get oil again. Because as we all know, gas is $4.65 at this point nationally. And it's not going to stop. So we started that project on Monday to free the world. Freedom and gifts for the world. And we had the Secretary of State come out and say, basically, we're trying to get the Strait of Hormuz back to where it was before the war even started. Again, let me tell y'all again for the umpteenth time. This was a war of choice. The gas prices we have now are a war of choice. The economy that's going to be, well, not going to starting to be, that has already started to tank, is a war of choice. That's what it is. So let me just show you real quick the gift of the world that our president is giving us.
As a direct gift from the United States to the world, we have established a powerful red, white, and blue dome over the strait. American destroyers are on station, supported by hundreds of fighter jets, helicopters, drones, and surveillance aircraft, providing 24/7 overwatch for peaceful commercial vessels, except Iran's, of course, which is why our ironclad blockade remains in full effect as well. In fact, 6 ships tried to run the blockade out of Iranian ports as Project Freedom commenced, and they were all turned around.
So, our gift to the world lasted exactly one day. One day. And why did it last one day, y'all? Simple. Iran started shooting at us. Yeah. They hit a ship, at least 2 ships, a Korean ship and a French ship. There's conflicting reports that they hit naval ships, which I pray to God that they did not, U.S. naval ships. But there's conflicting reports on that, if they did or not. Like I said, I pray to God that they didn't. They also hit through a bunch of missiles and drones at the UAE, which is United Arab Emirates. They hit a port there. And so Trump easily capitulated and said, all right, my bad. Clearly, we can't use the strait. But I mean, I was told 3 weeks ago that the strait was already open. The strait was open when we did a ceasefire a month ago. You know what I mean? We are, a week away from 2 weeks from it being open again. It's absolutely ridiculous the amount of backpedaling and amount of shit that this president is eating on a daily basis. And really, there's nothing he can do. We are in a terrible position. When I say we, I mean the country. Our country is in a terrible position. We don't have enough military to really put troops on the ground because the casualties, nobody wants that. We don't want the escalation of putting troops on the ground. Bombing clearly will not get it done. And what I mean, what do we need to get done? We need to open the straits. We need to open the straits. That's where we're at right now. We need to open the straits because without the straits, the world economy will continue to crash. We haven't felt it here in this country yet, but the world as a whole is hurting. In Europe, they're already cutting back on flights. Here in the United States, they're cutting back on flights, but they're cutting back by like 20, 30%. Lufthansa have. And other airlines are starting to cut back. In Asia, they're saying that they're making people work from home like they did during COVID because they don't have enough fuel. In California, they're going to run out. This is going to be the first place that they start to run out of jet fuel because they get a lot of their jet fuel actually from the Middle East and from Asia because they don't have enough refinery capacity at this point. It is happening. It's happening slow, but it's happening. And speaking of jet fuel prices, that is the reason why we lost Spirit Airlines. Don't let this administration fool you. That is why Spirit went down because they put it in their filings. And everybody knows, if you don't know, I'll tell you, anything a lawyer puts in filings, they're attesting that this is true and accurate. So by them saying in the filing, they're putting their law license on the line by saying, yeah, Spirit had to close down because of geopolitics and the cost of fuel. That's just a fact. That's just what it is. There's nothing else to say about it. So that's the last thing that I got for what's popping. To be honest with you, it is saying goodbye to Spirit. It's been around for 36 years, I want to say it was. I have flown on them a few times. I personally vowed never to fly on them again after they screwed me over on one flight. And I said, I'm never doing it again. But there were people that used it and was used it religiously. And I'm sorry to see it go because it will cause prices to go up. And the prices are going up astronomically when it comes to aviation and coming to airline prices right now. They are really, 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 really going up. So as a community, I want to say goodbye to Spirit Airlines. So here we go.
Go suck another dirty dick.
Good.
Fuck out of here, you dirty bitch. I'm not dirty. Yes, you are.
It's forever's gonna rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to Spirit Airlines. That boy good. That boy good. Give it up for Sex Chocolate. Give it up for Sex Chocolate. All right, y'all. Again, this is a good time, not a long time pod. Like I said already, we got to get ready for this game. But last but not least, I want to get to the accountability challenge. And since I'm the only one here, I'm gonna just tell you about how I've done so far this week. It has been a very good week for me. I'm continuing on my process of getting ready for this 5K to get ready for the half marathon at the end of the year. Told my wife, go ahead and sign me up. She signed up for the half marathon already. I said, sign me up. Let's do it. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And so this is my accountability board. My overall goal is to get fit at 50. I've not only been doing my program, but I've also been doing extra stuff a few times a week as well, as far as after I do my workout, I will go ahead and do another workout as far as on a Peloton. My podcast system is still there. Here we are. You know, we got a big game coming up, and I am determined to be here for the people and for the people to be here for me. And so here we are on here now. I know it's a good time, not a long time, but hey, we are here and to give us a chance to talk. Again, if anybody want to get on real quick before we get ready for the game, before the game starts, you're more than welcome to. Oh, we got Cowboy Keith on. How you doing today, Cowboy Keith? How you doing today?
Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. I'm just going over my accountability board. I went over what's popping. We talked about the Trump's ballroom. He's at he's charging the American people $1 billion to build.
Oh yeah, for that free
ballroom. Free ballroom costs us $1 million. We had freedom for a day with the straight moves. We had freedom. We had freedom for one day.
Yeah, we did.
And then we backpedaled, and then we had to say goodbye to Spirit Airlines.
Oh yeah, that's why I came on about Spirit too, to say that that they were that's a rough airline, but when we as air traffic controllers, they were pretty good, understanding and
absolutely
complying. They were excellent airline when it came to safety and regulation. Like we had no problem with Spirit. We call them Spirit Wings. So they were excellent with that. But inside the cabin, and where all the other people are, that could be as a whole different story. It's kind of hard to run a value airline in any country, let alone America.
Mm-hmm.
So it's bittersweet though. At the same time, I hate losing them because we need that option.
You do, and it did change the industry. It created the basic fares for the legacy carriers.
Yeah, it did.
It made it where it was more affordable to fly. But right now, it's not affordable for anything. I don't know the last time you looked for tickets, but I just bought a couple pair of tickets here yesterday, and I was just like, oh my god, I was You know, I had to grab my customer pearls, to be honest. It was terrible. It was, and you know, we're looking for Trinidad for next year to go to Carnival, and that price was absolutely ridiculous.
Wow.
And that's in February next year, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So things are not going to get cheaper at all.
Yeah. So a lot of that, you know, that's like you said, we got to open the straight, man, because well,
we do.
Saw, I don't know if I sent it to you once. I saw this this piece on how it affects us, why we haven't been affected yet. You can see the ships going through the strait and how long it takes them to reach from there all the way to America versus down in Africa and down in Europe. Like they get hit first, and Europe gets hit first, and then Saudi and all down in Africa get hit. But once they get, it takes about 4 or 5 months for us to get hit from that oil. So we still have oil that's in passing the Atlantic coming over here. So that's why it's not hitting us that bad, just hitting us a little bit. But it's going to hit us. That's just delayed for Canada and us. We're just delayed.
It is.
That's a scary thought to see that.
And Iran doesn't care. Iran does not care. So and they've already seen Trump blink too many times to know that is really worrisome for him.
Yeah.
And so he's going to eat a huge shit sandwich. It's happening. It's going to happen.
Yeah, because you see that Iran is already backdooring their oil to the other places around. They're already backdooring it, so it's not really affecting some of the other people that they're with. It's only going to affect us and other countries.
Because China's still going through. Their tankers are still going through. The U.S. understand this, people. The blockade, the quote unquote blockade that we got going on, China is saying fuck that blockade. They're going through.
Still going
they're
through.
Still getting their oil. They are
still going through.
And we want to have to eat a serious shit sandwich, and there's no other way to describe it other than that. We're going to have to give them some money for reparations or to rebuild their country. We're going to have to give them sanctions. They're not going to. They may stop their program a little bit as far as the nuclear stuff, but they're not going to stop it totally.
Right.
So it's going to get bad. It's going to get bad, and we just have to eat it because the alternative is to go to full out war, and we are not doing that.
Yeah, we're not doing that. You hear Rubio today? I saw. I don't know if I think the piece was accurate. Rubio said we're trying to get it back to where it was before Trump.
Yeah, that was yesterday. That was yesterday, and he was talking all about how the Project Freedom is going to open the straits and all of these assets we got in there, and then 3 hours later Trump backs down, and he backed down because they hit a French tanker, and it's reports out there that he hit some Navy ships, but I pray to God that he didn't.
I hadn't verified that either. That's why I can't verify it either. For sure.
I can't verify it either, and it's sad that our government, you can't trust what they say. If they just say no, it didn't happen, you can't trust it because now all of these reports are coming out with all of the bases they got hit and how badly damaged they got. So you can't even believe them. Can't even believe them.
Yeah, you and your 76ers, I saw that too. You're saying they coming on later. I can't get mad at it. It's one of those things, you know, I don't mess around with Philly. But do you know Maxie?
He's from Garland.
I went to school with his father. So that's why I know him well. And that's why I am saying anything about the 76ers, because I don't want him to win, but I want him to win at the same time because I love Maxie. Maxie, his father is good people, man. His father is excellent people. So that's why it's bittersweet. Like, do I really root for Philly?
Yeah.
So that enjoy. That's what I want to say.
I love Maxie. I love Maxie, and my mom calls him her grandson. That's what she calls him. That's one of her grandkids is Maxie. Yeah.
So enjoy that for dang sure, man. For dang sure.
Welcome, Micah. How you doing today? Can't you still muted?
What's up, gents? How y'all doing?
Good. So now we got a few more people on here. I want to say, as we start to get into first, let's get into what's popping before we get into the accountability stuff. You got anything to add on there about what's going on with Iran? What's going on with Spirit? What's going on with the ballroom? That's the thing that we were talking about.
I'm just gonna say what I always say. As a government worker, I have to fill out an ethics form and fill out all these disclosures, and I can't accept more than $20 from a contractor. That's all I want to say. And I will root for the Sixers because that was one of my growing up. Dr. J, you know, that's how old I am. That was my favorite player
Oh, you
back in the
old,
day.
old.
So I have an affinity for the 76ers. The Lakers ain't gonna do nothing, but I'm just saying I'll root for the Sixers to win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we about to get to it. All right, so let's get to this accountability because we got 5 minutes left. First, I want to say the suggesting creating a group chat and holding each other accountable has absolutely worked for me, because there's been many times that I've been like, I'm not doing it. It's not happening. And I see, first of all, we see General Ronnie go out there, you know. He come out there, and then Eddie said he's doing his with his broke hip. And then we got Mr. Retiree up here. I got my 30 in so far. So I'll say on the pod now, I am done. I did mine for the day.
Yeah, I did mine too.
Yeah, I had a wonderful workout. Did a little extra running afterwards. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly but surely. I'm in week 2 of week 8 program. So we got to keep going. So let's get into how everybody's week been going so far. I'm gonna start with you, Keith, since you first one on.
Yeah, pretty good. Going pretty good. Pretty good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm a weekend on my lessons with my Spanish lessons, and getting a little better. And yeah, I'm being consistent with it. So I do like that. And man, what we did with the fellas, you know, keeping up with our health and getting those push-ups in have been great, man. You're right about that. We got General Ronnie and Admiral Eddie over there, man. They have 100 in before we wake up. Like, well, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Just when I be thinking that, you know, I take it easy, man. I got 65 in. Here come Eddie with 65 run on his second 50. So yeah, I love that. So this accountability is working. I'm happy about it, man.
That's good. That's good. Have you incorporated anything else as far as like walk-in more? I remember it was one time you used to do 10,000 steps a day, and
like that's been my norm. We already before we even start accountability, that we've been holding ourselves accountable to that already. We've been I'm down 20. I think Shantae's down like 25. Wow. We steadily doing that because we figure that, you know, she, for just like you, fit for 50. You know, she's gonna come back hitting it too. So I'm right there with her, and I'm just, you know, as we get older, you got to make sure that you don't let it go.
Yeah.
So that's what we've been from. We don't want the doctor to say, "Hey, you got borderline diabetes" or something like that, and then that's what kicks us in the gear. We said to ourselves, why don't we kick our own self in the gear and say, hey, let's avoid it all? And that's basically what we've done. So we've been doing it, and this accountability is just adding to it and loving it.
Yep, absolutely. I love it. All right, Eddie, let's take a look at yours.
Echoing what Keith said, and you Ship, that accountability chat group is gold for me, because I always said I'm gonna do these today and tell the wife I'm gonna do this, and she be like, "What you do?" I'm like, what had happened?
See what had happened.
Like, since we started doing that, I haven't missed a day. I know our goals were even like just 3 times a week or whatever, but we've really been knocking it out.
Yeah.
So overall, I'm not. My hips been feeling better. I got on the rower the other day, and that didn't aggravate anything.
Okay.
I got my golf book. I got my golf book that Black recommended. So I've been flipping through that, kind of looking at that. Again, building strength and resilience from, you know, doing the exercises. I think I'm going to change my body weight though. Okay, I just put 3 times per week. Yeah. So I feel like the 50 get easier. So, you know, I'm like, I gotta go up. You know, I gotta go up for myself.
Yeah.
So
but we can all go up as a group too. I think.
Because I know we were all hitting like every day, you know, posting what we were doing, and I know some people was like 3 to 4 times a week. So, but I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was like, everybody get it, let's get it, right?
Yeah, so I try to do the Sabbath, and y'all wouldn't let me off the hook.
They wouldn't let you off. I was like, they wouldn't let them off. I was gonna do it anyway. I just wasn't gonna post, right? But I think I'm gonna go up to. I really in my head 200, but I'm gonna say 100.
Oh wow,
at least 100 per day, and then do that. Getting in that some kind of cardio with my rower or whatever. And I've been hitting the 10,000 steps too. I got it again today, so it's like I missed yesterday by like 1,000, and today I'm good. So
yeah, that's what's up. All right, I go to mine real quick. My 50, like I said, I've been doing really well with my running, been doing well with my push-ups, been doing well with that as far as that's concerned. Podcast, you know, we're on here right now, and the game is about to start in 1 minute. The nonprofit, I have been running like crazy with that. Like I said, I did my submission to the IRS after the end of the pod last week. I created my website. My website is actually live. I haven't shared it yet with anybody, just because I want to make sure that I'm going to get my 501c3 back, and then because my donate button don't work now. Right now, if you hit donate, it just sends me an email. So I didn't want to, but I'll share it to you. I'll send it to you guys, so you guys to check it out. But when it's actually done and ready, that's when I'm gonna put it on the pod so everybody can take a look at it. But I think it's a fantastic job with the website and the ideas that I came up with it. I reached out to the tutor that I would like to use. He hasn't reached out back yet, so I'm probably going to just have to give him a call. I just sent him an email yesterday. And then I'm gonna find another tutor as well, just in case, just to have a backup, because I know the guy that does the tutoring now is older gentleman, probably in the 60s, maybe even 70s. So I want to have somebody as a backup, but the nonprofit is way on its way to getting done and getting complete. And then I'm starting, putting some of my own money into it and asking for donations. And then I'm going to recruiter's office, and I'm going to South Dallas, I'm going to Oak Cliff and South Dallas and South Fort Worth. I even looked that up to see where was the most impoverished areas that for recruiting, and that's what they said. So those are the recruiters I'm going to first. So other than that, it's been a good week. It's been a good week. With that being said, I appreciate everybody getting on today and everybody being accountable for everything. Does anybody got anything to clean their palate with so far this week? No. All right, I'll say my clean my palate with this. A couple of days ago, I got my 30-year what is it? 30-year federal service time.
Yeah.
It's only a year late, but I got it. I got my I got my thing. So
that'll work.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to retirement here at the end of the year, and then we'll just go from there. But I appreciate y'all getting on, and we keep this thing going and keep these push-ups going. I think maybe we talk on a group and see maybe we can go up to 75, because I know Eddie said he's talking about doing 100. Maybe we can meet you in the middle, Eddie, with 75 if everybody's to do that or something like that. If we're ready to go up.
And I gotta start doing planks too, like you. Planks.
Yeah, well, I haven't started yet. I need to start doing the planks. Maybe that's something.
I forgot about that.
I haven't done any of them. I have not done any. I've been focusing on the running and the push-ups. I have not done the planks, so I need to get on that.
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all. I appreciate it. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next week.
Love you too, man. Take it easy.
All right.
Enjoy.